Today we dive deep through torrential tides beneath the sea to see what we can see. Are you ready, bud?
Affirmative.
Why does it sound like you're talking with your nose pinched?
Because I'm wearing a mask.
Well, yeah, isn't that on the outside of your helmet?
I'm wearing a second, smaller mask under my helmet.
Might I ask why?
Because we're going diving. You just said that. This helmet doesn't actually protect me from anything.
Fair point. Let's go diving. Hello friends, I'm Josh. This is Josh Builds Stuff, and today we're taking a look at the brand new LEGO City Ocean Exploration Base. This is one of several new sets that have come out with this theme of underwater exploration that benefit National Geographic. These sets were supposed to be released in June 2020, however I believe they're still delayed here in America. They are available overseas in the UK and in other parts of Europe. This set contains 497 pieces, is suitable for ages 6+, and costs $79.99. Today we'll take a closer look at this set in detail, including the minifigures and accessories. We'll do a breakdown of the build process, and I'll give you some closing thoughts, including if I think this set is worth $80. All that starting right now. Let's go diving. Let's dive. Let's dive into it. Let's get wet. Let's go underwater. Let's go exploring. All that starting now. Let's dive into it. Get it? Like diving? So here we have our Ocean Exploration Base, not to be confused with the Ocean Exploration Sub and Ocean Exploration Ship, which also came out at the same time as this set. Obviously there is a lot going on with this set, so let's start out by looking at the main base portion itself. This base is built in a very similar fashion to the Space Station set, which was released I believe last year, where there are 3 main modules and they all come off of a central hub area. This hub kind of has an interior, but there's not really much going on here. But each of these modules can be removed and popped back on in a different order if you wanted. Our main front module is actually a submarine that can be deployed, so its construction is slightly different than the other modules here. As you can see, it's got a opening front bubble to load in a pilot, a bunch of lights on the front, some cranes for picking up stuff under the water, some articulatable propellers, a couple of floating pontoons, a hook on top to crane this guy away, and then some space on the interior to carry around whatever you happen to pick up on the ocean floor. Looking at the other modules of the base, let's start with room number 1, as labeled here, is the control room. Again, a openable dome piece in the front, and then we can open up the top and see what we're looking at inside here. This is, I guess, supposed to be a little research station. It's got a swiveling chair, a little fish tank piece back there, which I really like, and a little spot for a needle where I guess we're doing some sort of experiments on that poor clownfish in the tank. We'll next look at module number 3. That's right, we're skipping number 2. Number 3 is the crew quarters. It's very tight space, but I actually like what LEGO has done here. A little hard to tell what's going on. We've got a cot or a bed over here. Actually the same style of beds that were in the Pirates of Barracuda Bay in the new pirate ship set. There's a little lantern in here, a little coffee mug, and then a detail that I really like, which is a little hard to see in the back here, but I believe that's supposed to be a coffee machine, which is constructed out of a total of 4 LEGO bricks. So big props to LEGO for that great little detail. Without the individual modules attached, the base itself looks kind of barren. It's really just a couple of piers on the ocean floor. The ocean floor detail isn't fantastic. There are literally just 3 pieces of coral and a single lone crab. And this main middle bit, like I said, not a ton of detail there. There is a crane which is shown hoisting this, I guess, kind of underwater cargo container, which also comes with it. So accessories are plentiful in this set, but the base itself isn't really much without all of these pods attached to it. In addition to the main base, there is a bit more going on with this set that's worth talking about. For starters, modules 1 and 3 are pods on the base. Module 2 is actually a little drone submarine, which I think is pretty great looking considering its small scale. We've got kind of this common hammerhead shark logo that shows up throughout this set and the other ocean exploration sets. That hammerhead is kind of, I think, the mascot of this new line of ships shown here. We'll look at him in a second. But this drone submarine is pretty great for its scale. It follows this same color scheme across all these new sets. And overall, I think this little guy fits in really well with the rest of this set. Also worth noting about these sets is there is this overall theme of conservation, at least in the fact that these sets support National Geographic. And we can see that here because in addition to sharks and submarines, we also include some random little pieces of pollution, including a bike frame, a little license plate that must mean something, right? SGD 2002, I wonder what that stands for. And then it comes with a little green glass bottle, and at least one of the minifigures has this underwater trash picker-upper. So in that regard, these sets are promoting undersea exploration in terms of conservation, but you can't really have an ocean exploration set without the thing that we're all really going diving for, and that's a treasure chest full of colorful gems. Also included in this set, we get 5 decent-looking minifigures, if I say so myself. We get a female scientist. We can tell she's a scientist because she's wearing a lab coat and glasses. We get a rather determined-looking fellow in a harness who has a microphone on his mouth and is shown piloting the submarine in the box art, so I'm going to call him the submarine pilot. As for our dive crew, we have 2 figures rocking the new red and blue dive suits. I believe the minifigure torsos as well as the helmets are new pieces for this line of sets. Personally, I think the details on those look really great. Also new for these sets is this orange and blue looking dive suit. In my opinion, this looks a little more like a space suit than a dive suit, but nonetheless, it still looks cool, especially when paired with all of the other underwater accessories. Now on to the real reason we all bought these sets, these great looking molded undersea creatures. Included is a brown and blue stingray who most closely resembles a blue spotted ribbon-tail ray if I had to guess, and if I googled the term blue spotted stingray. In any case, I think this as a molded creature looks really great and fits in really well with this set. We also get this great-looking hammerhead shark minifigure who reuses the common shark body, but comes with, I believe, a new headpiece for this set. The great thing about this shark is that his head is compatible with existing shark bodies, so if you wanted to, you can mix and match your sharks into all kinds of combinations of crazy hybrids. Ultimately though, if you are just looking to get these new sea creatures, both are available in much cheaper sets. I believe the ray is available in the diver polybag that also just came out, and the hammerhead shark is available in the mini submarine set that is also coming out with these sets. The build for this set was fairly straightforward. This set is recommended for ages 6+, so we don't expect anything too complex. However, with only 500 pieces, I wouldn't necessarily settle in for a long build. I think this one took me just over an hour and I was taking my time. And so unfortunately, if you think that $80 is getting you a nice, long, comfortable build, you're kind of out of luck. The build wasn't too repetitive, which is always nice. It was a combination of base building and ship building, so it kept things interesting. Overall, the build was enjoyable, albeit short. So my final thoughts on this set, I like it. I like the overall look and feel. Obviously I like the underwater theme. I like its modularity, that you can pop the individual pods off, you can open them up, there's a lot of fun detail inside. I like that this one pod becomes a submarine, increasing the playability even more. I'm a big fan of the accessories. I think the minifigures are great, the new dive suits are a lot of fun. Of course, the new undersea molded creatures are a great addition to the current molded creature lineup. But overall, do I think this set is worth $80? No. For less than 500 pieces, this feels much more like a $60 set in my opinion. Maybe we just have to accept the fact that new Lego is becoming more expensive and you can't necessarily buy every new set whenever a new theme comes out. Personally, I am obligated by my own self-interest to purchase any new undersea exploration-themed LEGO sets in the hopes that someday LEGO will actually make an official version of the Nautilus from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Someday. I would love to hear what you think about this set. Do you think this is worth $80? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for many more videos just like this one, including reviews of the other ocean exploration sets in this line and many other great sets coming out this year. Again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Mm-hmm.